One of the challenges that you and I face is that if we see in our logs that we've been attacked or had some type of a security breach based on a source IP address, the fact that it's so easy on the internet to swap out IP addresses and to hide behind proxies means it's very unlikely that the IP address that's in our logs is actually the real attacker's address. And one of the reasons for that is because of proxy services that are readily available on the internet. And in this nugget, we're going to chat about that for just a moment and then demonstrate how to use one. One of the great things about the internet is all the services that are available, including the ability to go ahead and use a proxy courtesy of the internet. Now, one of the challenges is how do we know where these proxies are that we can use to bounce off of that can help us be anonymous, to hide our IP address. And one of the tools that can help us identify and use proxy services is a tool called Proxy Switcher. And with Proxy Switcher, it can help us to identify a laundry list of proxy servers, and then with a click of the mouse, begin to use those proxy servers. And let's go out to proxyswitcher.com. And we can just go ahead and download an evaluation of their software. So we'll click on download, we'll click on run, so it'll download and run the install for us. And then we'll click on next a few times to continue the install. We'll accept the agreement, click on next, and we'll click on install to continue the installation. Also, while that goes on, I'm going to close the browser window in the background. So it's installed, we'll click on next. I'm going to, for this demonstration, just deselect these checkboxes so it doesn't automatically start, and click on finish. And then to run it, I'm going to click on the Windows icon in the bottom left-hand corner and type in proxy. And here's the icon for Proxy Switcher right there. So we can go ahead and simply launch it by clicking on that link. It's asking us if we want to enter a product key or purchase it or start a 15-day trial. We're going to choose the 15-day trial option by clicking that. And then it's got a little welcome to the Proxy Switcher wizard. So we'll click on next. And we're going to use this top radio button, which is to find new servers for us. So with that selected, we'll go ahead and click on finish. And it'll automatically go out and download a list of proxy servers. And it'll test and verify them as well to verify that they're up and available. So this process here could take a while. So while that's downloading the list of servers and testing them, let's go over to my Windows 10 machine where it also has Proxy Switcher installed and it's already downloaded and tested the various connections. So we'll hop over to our Windows 10 machine. And on Windows 10, we'll bring up Proxy Switcher. And over here on the left, I selected Basic Anonymity so that it looks like to the internet we're coming from a different IP address. Now to turn this on, we go ahead and we simply select one of the proxy servers here. And with it selected, for example, I've got this one right here in Finland at the moment highlighted, but we could highlight that and then click on this icon right here to go ahead and connect to it. Now before we turn on the proxy services, let's bring up a browser. And a fun site I like to go to is ipchicken.com. And that's going to show the IP address that the internet sees me as coming from. Now that's because I'm going through my home network. I've got some network address translation going on there. My service provider has a couple layers of network address translation as well. And at the end of the day, the internet sees me, this computer, as coming from 70.180. So with our IP address checked just for a moment, let me minimize that window. Let's go back to our proxy switcher, and with the Finland one selected, so once again, I went here to Basic Anonymity, and then I simply picked a server. And with that selected, I'm going to go ahead and click on the Connect icon. Now, when I clicked on that Connect icon, this icon over here also changed to a little green color to represent a connection. So now, if we went back to our browser and I did a refresh of this page, it should show, from the internet's perspective, it should show me coming from a different IP address. And there we go. Now that was not very fast. It took actually a few seconds for that to happen, but I am being proxied through a proxy server in Finland. So here's the IP address that the internet sees me as. And because it thinks I'm coming from Finland, I've got advertising coming at me that I believe would be in Finnish. That'd be my best guess. And if we went back to the anonymizer, to the proxy switcher, and we chose a different proxy server, so I'll disconnect from the current one. And let's go to one in Brazil. How about that guy right there? And we'll connect to that guy. Then we went back to our browser and did a refresh. And it looks like that dog's not going to hunt. Let's go back to a proxy switcher. Let's grab one more. Let's go to one in India. So grab one in India. We'll click on connect. And then we'll go back to our IP chicken and we'll reload that. And there we go. So now we appear to the internet as coming from the IP address of. In this nugget, we've taken a look at how simple it can be to use publicly available proxy servers and applications like Proxy Switcher to hide our IP address as we're communicating on the internet. I hope this has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing.